For the purpose of this series, I will use the geographical delimitations of the National Church of Denmark, which happens to be Lutheran, although I will include churches of other denominations if they fall within the divisions. The Diocese of Copenhagen is divided into 9 deaneries, of which 6 falls exclusively within the Copenhagen municipality. This will be the basis of the chapters. When Christianshaven was founded, it was intended that it should have a big church at the market, but money ran out. When they eventually got around to building the church, it was still without a tower. The famous winding spire, which unfortunately you can't see on this picture, was added by Laurits de Thurah in 1750. The second of the churches on Christianshaven, this was originally built for the German congregation and was named the Frederick's German Church. As the number of Germans dwindled, it was turned into a regular parish church in 1886, but it didn't gain its current name until 1901, and it's not any theological thing, it's just the name of the king. Besides its 2 official names, it's also known as the Lottery Church because of the way it was financed. It began as a suffragan, being created its own parish in 1878 and being incorporated in a municipality in 1901. There's a whole group of buildings associated with it. There are contemporaries, a school, an asylum, which is a kindergarten, and of course the parsonry. For the first petitioning of Sundby parish, they turned to this rather anonymous building. The Catholic St. Anne's was built together with a private school and the Hospital of St. Elizabeth. With virtually no other buildings to his name, you don't expect revolutionary things from this architect. The tower is a bit more opulent than you would expect, but otherwise it looks like a medieval village church. The parish church of the Iceland Quay is named after Luther's prominent agitator Hans Tausen. The tower was added later in 1936. Originally constructed for the Mission Federation, currently it is in use by Amagerbro Free Church. Like many other independent congregations, they share facilities, in this case with the Pentecosts. Except for their orientation, the tower faces north. This might as well have been a regular village church in Baltic Gothic. When the architect designed Springwells, he did so by entering a competition but without any formal education. He ingratiated himself so much with the builders that they decided that he should have the chance for several other churches. The most notable thing about this block of bricks is that it is also the headquarters of the Oxford movement. Købner is short for Copenhagener, and the church belongs to the Baptist Church of Bethel. The architect's preference for Gothic revival in the form of the red brick Baltic Gothic is pretty evident, though this time he decided not to include a tower. Considerable time can lapse between the founding of the suffragan until they actually have a church. In the case of the church at the Sound, it took more than 10 years. The Danish-born King Håkon died just before the foundation of the Norwegian church in Copenhagen, so they named it after him. It's an almost classical positioning of the church right next to the school, although in this case they actually have nothing to do with each other. The Faroese name is Kristnestorva, which is relevant since this is a Faroese language free church that's been on this location from 1978. The building was originally a villa.